share an experience that's personal to me in just a couple of minutes. And for those of you who know me, you know that I love adventure travel. So I thought that I would share with you an experience that I had about 10 years ago now. I went to Tibet. And the purpose of the trip was to go to Mount Kailash and, of course, to circle the mountain to wash away the sins of a lifetime so I could start sinning all over again. But what I learned while I was there, we started in Nepal and we crossed over the Himalayas into Tibet. And the people of Tibet are a very impressed people. They're very gentle, they're very kind. Most of the Tibetans don't know what they're going to eat for their next meal, but they have no concerns. It was a very interesting experience for me because I saw how the Tibetans were treated by the Chinese. And there is no tolerance there. There's no justice for the Tibetans. They're treated as not even second-class citizens, but really treated almost as animals. And the people cannot go to schools. They cannot go to the Chinese schools. Those are reserved for the Chinese. And for those of you who don't know, Tibet is an autonomous region of China now. Ultimately, I ended up getting severe mountain sickness, and I had to be evacuated back to Nepal. And it was a real ordeal. It took 5 days to get to a Chinese military base where they would permit the Nepalese Royal Army to fly in a helicopter. And it took 3 tries to get over the Himalayan pass back over into Nepal. And wouldn't you know, when we got back into Nepal, we couldn't go back to Kathmandu because of the weather. And we had to get bypassed to a place called Nepal Ganj, which is on closer to the Indian border in Nepal. And when we landed, the Maoist extremists had come in with the machine guns and they had secured the airport. And that's when the Maoists were then moving into Nepal. Now we have almost the exact same situation in Nepal. The poor people there, once again, they're finding, it's just not economic oppression. There's just no justice for these people, and the terrorists are taking hold. And this is what's happening in our world today. It gives me a whole different appreciation when I come back to the United States with the freedoms and really the tolerance that our community shares, and that's exemplified by this International Seder.